Man. Get ready for your what? Get ready for your miracle. Get ready for your miracle. It's gonna be alright. Listen, get ready for your blessing. Get ready for your what? For your miracle. One more time. Get ready for your miracle. You gotta believe it's coming, man. You gotta believe it's coming. Then what? God's got a blessing. He's got a what? God's got a blessing. He's got a blessing, bro. He's got a blessing. You gotta holler at him. Some of y'all need to hear this today. With your name on it. With the what? Whose name on it? Is that for me? Come on, man. Man, sometimes you gotta tell your neighbor, I got a blessing with my name on it. Man, guys, you already know what it is, man. It is your boy, Chris, with the Crispy Hustle, because we keep our hustle fresh gospel hustle today. You feel me, man? Like I said, man, I know we talk our noise on here on this platform, you know what I mean? Hopefully we looked at it as somebody that's the disciplinary of discipline, you know what I'm saying? The motivational revolutionary, guys, you know what I mean? And hopefully we can get these 3 days, the most important days of the week on this platform, you know what I mean? Sunday reflection. I seen something with AI the other day, and it said, what was the question they asked? If you wanted to be the devil, how would you corrupt the followers of Christ or something? It was something like that they asked ChatGPT. And it was saying what I would do is inquire busyness, idolize material things, have no time to reflect. And that's when it hit me when I heard that reflection part, that this is an anchor to the week. Sunday reflection. Reflecting on the week, whether it be good, bad, ugly, indifferent. What happened in your week that you can learn from this week and then bring it into the next week? What's some things you would change that you don't want to bring into the following week to once again stay on this life and stay on this platform of getting 1% better every day? So Sunday reflection is very important, guys. Reflecting on the week, reflecting on what you got going on in your life. That reflection, taking the time to think. So a mindset is everything. Most people don't take time throughout the week to think about what is going on. We're so absorbed in these phones, we're so absorbed in the news, we're absorbed in our jobs, we're absorbed in our studying. We don't take time to actually think about, what's going on with me? You feel me? So we got Sunday reflection, Motivated Man Monday. Before I die on earth, I will get that on the calendar. Motivated Man Monday. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're going to get that on the calendar that at least one time a week, let's celebrate the fellas and the hard work that you're putting out there. Ladies get a holiday every week. We asking for one day out the week to acknowledge, Tribal Chief, acknowledge and pat yourself on the back and saying, thank God for another week. What can I accomplish this week with the other strong men in my pack? Because men are not supposed to be alone. Actually, read that in the Bible too. Makes you more vulnerable, makes you more weak, more accessible to the enemy when you are by yourself. So you have to create a strong fortress for yourself. We'll get to that today too. You know what I'm saying? And then we have Effing Friday, guys. It's Effing Friday. Effing Friday. You made it through another week. Most people's week does end on Friday, but you want to make sure you get that grind in on Saturday as well. Every day is important, but on this platform, we're going to do our best over this quarter is to focus on those 3 days for sure, so you guys know for sure that content is happening on those days. So Sunday reflection, Motivated Monday, and Effing Friday. You feel me, guys? But today, we're actually talking about something a little, not a little different, but we're talking about something else. We're going to talk about the blessing. I took a little minute to get to the subject of the day. If you ever watched Clark Griswold and Christmas Vacation, and they were all at the dinner table, and the old head was like, the blessing, the blessing. Today we're going to talk about the blessing. I do have a piece of Bill Winston I will share later on. So stay with me, guys. And I want to get into how I got into the subject of today. Shout out to my guy. I ain't going to say his name because I don't know if you like being on social media like that, but shout out to my guy at the gas station. And he asked me an interesting question the other day. He asked me, yo, bro, can you send me some bread so I can go get some food, bro? I'm just low on cash, bro. I mean, if you could do that, that'd be great. I said, all right, bet. As long as you got cash app or something like that, y'all send it to you after this workout. You know what I mean? Because I have a rule that when I'm working out, I am not playing on the phone. I'm not answering phone calls. I'm not answering text messages. I want to focus on completing my workout on the treadmill. And it's hard. I don't know how y'all do that. I said, my man's here. Shout out to King Steen. He like reading books on the treadmill. I don't know how you do that shit. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a perfect Christian, but once again, we're talking about the blessing. You feel me? So anyways, back to my guy. He asked me that question. I said, yeah, I'll send you some money after me to get his workout in, and I'll send you some money afterwards. I finished my workout. I opened the message, and he said, oh, man, you know what? Never mind. Never mind, man. It's just too expensive, bro. Never mind. It's cool. I felt some food or something like that. And then it made me think about the subject matter today of the blessing. The blessing. Because, yo, my mans, you had the faith to ask the question, which means you must have the faith that I have the resource to give you what you were asked, but either A, was not patient, or maybe not fully believed that you would reciprocate what you were asked. And it made me think about how us as people, what we do, we ask Jesus, we ask God for X, Y, and Z all the time. Lord, please get me through this. Lord, help me with this. Lord, help me with this. And then we go back into the world and we get the world to solve what we asked. So what my man's accidentally did, because he felt $17, which is too much to ask for some food. I think that's the going rate. That's probably low. You feel me? But he lowered what you asked because you did not believe that you could receive the blessing. And it's very interesting because on that day, I talked to God for no reason. That's why I believe I am God's top 5. I bet God's favorites because I talk to you for no reason. Thank God for waking up for a new day. Spending time with ministry. I understand there's 24 hours in a day. Spending time with ministry. Half an hour in ministry, praying for no reason. Call God. You see me do it all the time. God, you get your clout from me. I talk to you for no reason. So when I actually do need something, I believe God is reflective in my voice. He's the TheChrysPHustle. The TheChrysPHustle called me today. Oh man, let me check this. Let me check this voicemail. Let me check this text message. Because he don't ask me for anything. He more so thanks me than asks me for something. So when he does ask for something, I'm going to bless him, and he's working hard. The wise bald man talks about this as well. God blesses those that wants to show up and work and put in the effort. Hey, I've created this wonderful being. I've created an image of myself in you. And I need you to put in some work, and I will bless you for putting in work. So my man clearly did not have the faith that he could receive the blessing. And how many of you guys do this as well? You ask the Lord for something, then you go into the world to get it fixed when you should have just stayed originally to asking the word and having faith of when this is going to happen. That's why you're seated in the blessing. When you're a part of the kingdom, when you're a part of God's kingdom, you are always blessed. True story, what you're seeing right now. For the ones that don't know, 5 years ago, I was homeless. That is a true story. If I can find the videos, I will definitely start uploading my homeless adventures. 100%. I remember I was recording some of this stuff that was going on during this time period. This is true fast. Homeless. You feel me? These apartments, bro. I literally kept applying to apartments. So a year and a half, 2 years ago, applying to apartments. My credit was but I started generating some money because I just started doing ACA health insurance. You feel me? Our pay increase. It was easier to sell, more volume, more leads, etc. Right? So now I got proof that, hey, I can handle the income of these apartments, but I don't have the credit. I don't have the credit. I never worked with credit my entire life. I always had the Randy Moss adage in my life that, hey, pay it straight cash. If I can pay it straight cash, it shouldn't be a problem. Money talks, right? That's what they say. Money talks, but credit can get you in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm applying to apartments. Mind you, there's an application fee for apartments, $40, $60, $100, $120. I mean, we're paying application fees, so I'm putting out money to just continue getting no's, keep getting no's, get one step closer to this apartment. Oh, this might be a chance to with the credit, this and this and this, we can't show proof of this, so I'm sorry. We have to say no, blah, blah, blah. Mind you, we need 3 times the rent. Most of these assistants I'm talking to don't even make 3 times the rent. Some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Comment below. You guys know what I'm talking about. You need to have this type of income, 3 times the rent of whatever. Let's say it was $1,500 at the time. Most people don't even make $4,500 in a month. But you're showing them, well, my income is this. I'm showing you X, Y, and Z. You might as well open enrollment times. Everything's in positioning. Everything's in the timing. And then on the 7th apartment, mind you, I'm still banging health insurance phone calls, and it's very hard to do health insurance phone calls and your own personal stuff at the same time. Some of the young guns do it. Listen, I'm becoming a young OG. So it's a little harder for me to do such, you feel me? But I do remember this time period. I'm still looking at apartments, and I just typed in apartments in Tampa, don't need credit. I don't know what, maybe I just said, at the time, I'm at the end of my rope, whatever. I'm at the end of the rope. I type this in. I see this apartment. I say, you know what? That don't look too bad, actually. Talk to this guy named Santana. Hey, listen, man, I'm on Google right now. I see that opening for apartments. Yes, we do. Oh, you working? I'm working right now. Okay. When are you looking to move in? Okay, as soon as possible. As soon as possible. Give me the criteria, this and this. All right, first and last month, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. I can come tomorrow, man. You feel me? And I remember my pop was on a Zoom call. Shout out to Uncle Kip. And shout out to my pops was on a Zoom call, and they were talking about something about, what's it, man, Dominion? I can't remember. I just can't remember. But I just know it was no. Just a miracle, a supernatural miracle is what it was, something like that. A supernatural miracle. And I just happened to be on a Zoom call this day, and I just needed to hear that. I needed a supernatural miracle because I had to move out where I was at literally in 2 weeks, and I did not want to be homeless again. You don't want to be homeless with money. It's even worse. It's like, this is stupid because eventually your money's going to run out from getting hotels and staying here and here, and you're going to be right back to square one. And I had a true fear of being back to square one. But once again, when you are a part of the blessing, when you're a part of the blessing and your mindset is everything, and you continue to have faith, you have a connection with the kingdom, you have a connection with the Lord, good things are going to happen to you. And it was my 7th crib, my 7th attempt at getting a crib. And on that 7th attempt, got the keys, walking around, all right, it's cool, this much. All right, cool, no problem. Let me go get a money order, blah, 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 blah. And keys were in my hand. And the keys were in my hand. Now the next day, I was like, man, I don't have any furniture. But you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it don't matter. You just came off being homeless. You just came off living in a 1-room Airbnb. Shout out to Miss Debbie. A 1-room Airbnb. You feel me? Now you got your own corridors, where you got your own walls. So I'm more than happy to chill right in the house. I'm more than happy to pay the rent because once upon a time, I didn't have a rent to pay. That's why I understand the blessing. So back to originally we were talking about my friend asked me for a favor. He negated his blessing, and also I lost an opportunity to be a blessing. That's the difference when you're in the supernatural. Plenty of people just had the flu just now. Plenty of people were just sick not too long ago. There's people that just came back from the office a couple days ago. They were out for 2 weeks. They were out for 3 weeks. We hadn't seen them. We hope they still work with us. We hadn't seen them in a minute. And I was down and out only for a couple days. You know why? Because of the blessing. The blessing bring forth fruitful and fruit and multiply. Fruit means to produce. And when you multiply, that means to increase. Fruitful and multiply. That's what that means. Come on, girl. Let's be fruitful and multiply our families. Getting in those sweet, watery guts. You feel me? When you're part of the blessing, you're a part of the covenant of the Lord. And the covenant defeats curses. People always wonder why am I always so happy? Why are you always in a good mood? Because I remember times life wasn't even like this. And I know if I stay the course and continue to listen to Christ and continue to be a blessing unto others, the universe has no other choice, has no other option other than to bless me. Because that's how the game works. Bad things are going to happen. And when bad things do happen, you need to continue to have faith that God is not going to give me more than I can handle. So I'm going to still be a blessing when I have less. If you even look at the Bible and the stories, the people that had the least amount were the ones getting blessed. What you got in your crib? I ain't got nothing in the crib. I got this old oil. I got this old oil in the cabinet. I know that was a sister. I know it was a black lady. I only got a little cap full of oil. You feel me? And that cap full of oil overflowed. Okay, became an overflow in the blessing because you gave your last. You gave your last. And when you give your last, your sacrificial blessings, you are going to get blessed. I'm not sure that's what Marvin Sapp was trying to do last week. People told me ask for $40,000. You feel me? You can't tell somebody what their tithes and offering need to be, what sacrificial blessing they want to put out there. That is their choice. These new ministers and these new pastors, we need to get back to the old school. You give what you can. Give what you can. I remember Bishop Grant. Shout out to Bishop Grant. Man, give what you can. I'm going to give another $100, a sacrificial blessing. It wasn't no number attached to it. If your sacrificial blessing was $10, it was $10. If your sacrificial blessing is $200, it's $200. You give what you and the Lord. That's between you and the Lord what you want to give. Be a blessing. And we're going to finish off with this once again. You know what I mean? So fellas and my ladies out there, if you have opportunities to be a blessing, go ahead and be the blessing. If you hear that little chirp in your ear, God, why is God telling me do X, Y, and Z? That's what I'm saying. Homeless people, I don't know. I don't mind giving $1 to homeless people. I don't mind giving up something to homeless people. I don't mind giving a meal for homeless people because I was out there. I remember I was homeless and I was giving to the homeless. Mind you, I'm homeless myself at this time period. And I'm still giving to other homeless people. I was homeless. People didn't even know I was homeless. I still had Calvin Klein on. I still had Nike on. I'm still looking presentable. Sneaking into the gym. Still listening to words. Still listening to T.D. Jakes and Steve Harvey and Eric Thomas. Hope to meet you guys one day. Because I knew for sure I am still the blessing. I am still a part of the blessing. Keeping your hustle fresh, Chris, CHRYS. Your blessing is in your name because it is unique. It is a different name. As I tell clients I help this all the time, I'm easy to find. Easy to find because Christ. It always sounds like Christ. Chrysler. Shout out to Kiana back in the day. Yeah, I mean. But once again, being the blessing. Being the blessing. Say it, being the blessing. You feel me? And also stated here, Bill Winston's talking about one day of favor is worth a lifetime of labor. Worth a lifetime of labor. One favor from God. One. You feel me? And it was something about Isaac in here as well. See if I can find it for you guys. You know what I'm saying? Woo, man. Is this word good today, or is this word good today? You feel me? Like I said, I know I curse. I know I'm not the most perfect person in the world, but you know what? One thing I do know is I have a relationship with the Lord, and I do love the Lord, because you show me love all the time, and I don't deserve it. That's fact. You feel me? Now, it's here in Genesis 1:29. It says, dominion over the fish and the sea, and everything that creepeth on the earth. You have dominion over the creeps. The people that want to throw hate on your name, the people that want to throw shade on you, you have dominion over those people. You have dominion over the creeps. You feel me? You have dominion over Donald Trump. You have dominion over Elon Musk, because that is of the world. That's what they want you to get away from. They want you to get away from the Christ. They want to put you into the world. The world and the tariffs, the world and the inflation, the world and the corruption, the world and the fires, the world and the earthquakes. They want you to put you in the world. But when you are in the covenant of the kingdom, those things cannot affect you. Oh, we're getting deep today, guys. We're getting deep today. It was something in here I wanted to share about with Isaac. I can't necessarily find where it was. You know what I mean? But I know we were talking about Abraham as well. And Abraham's job, here we go. Abraham's job was to be a blessing on the earth. A blessing on the earth. You feel me? And when you don't listen to the Lord, you feel me? Adam and Eve did not listen to the Lord. And what happened to them? They got cast out into the garden. They got cast out into the garden. Mind you, let's say you're chilling in a mansion. Life is good. You got mates. You made the wrong investment in this company. God told you don't do it. You invested in the company anyway. And guess what? Woo! Wiped out everything. Everything got destroyed. Now you're back out in the streets. Now you got to go fiend for yourself. This is what was happening to Adam and Eve. They had to go fiend for themselves. They have no longer in the protection of the garden. But then you have Adam. But Adam was here to circumvent Adam and Eve, to get Adam back into the kingdom. See, a lot of times in life, we're doing things, we're doing well, and then we start getting out of what was working for us. Definitely when you do sales. When you're doing sales, in the beginning of sales, you follow the script, and for whatever reason, you follow the script, and guess what? You're getting deals. You don't know any better. But then you start being at a company long enough, oh, these leads are not the good leads. These are this and this. Because your brain, what you don't know is what you don't know. And we start deviating, doing your own thing, getting out of the garden, getting out of the kingdom. You know what? God has a way to lure you back. Lure you back in a positive way. Now you're back with Christ. The reason relationships are so faulty and fickle right now because people are not leading with Christ. They're leading with money. They're leading with sex. They're leading with adultery. They're leading with everything else, once again, of the world. Of the world. That's why relationships aren't successful. That's why you don't have a man. Pam, you don't have a man because you're not following the covenant of Christ. You don't have a man because internally you are not the blessing. I'm starting to realize what's happening over time, over this. I think once again, I started Championship Hill June 6th, 2024, and actually being consistent of working and being disciplined every day. And just that one act of discipline has put me disciplined in other areas of my life. Discipline putting up content. Discipline showing up on time and early every day. Being in the conversation with customers all throughout the day. You're making more money because you don't got to get up every 2 seconds. You're not distracted every 2 seconds. You ain't got to go to every party. You ain't got to go to the bar every weekend. You ain't got to go parlay every weekend. It's okay to save up and save and chill. And what I'm starting to realize, okay, you're being less time in the world and you're working more on your mindset. You're working more on your brand. You're working more on those things, and it will be fruitful and multiply in the future. A lot of the girls you liked last year, they don't qualify for you this year because they got to go to get Wagyu beef every week. They got to go to Taco de Brazil. They got to go to Eddie V's. They got to go to the hottest club. They got to go to Club Lig. They got to go to 11. I don't mind staying right here in the covenant of right here. Because once again, I know I'm going to be a blessing on this earth. If it takes these 6 inch by 4 inch screens to be a blessing, I'm going to be a blessing for the ones that follow. For the ones that are around me, you're typically going to be blessed. You're going to hear something from myself because I've engorged myself in positivity, faith, and motivation. That's what I want to exude on this life. So once again, guys, be the blessing. Be the blessing because you are the blessing. Because when you tap into the covenant of God, you are God's children. And God's children are always blessed. My children's children are blessed. Because you have my last name, because you have blood of my last name, and I'm part of the blood of the Lord. Guess what? My children are blessed. My family are blessed. Their mom is blessed because you are in the covenant of my family. Be the blessing. Be the blessing. We took a little minute on this one, guys. We're going to end with this Bill Winston clip, if it is still up. Man, this video is wild, but I hope you guys are learning something, man. That I believe we're getting rich. We're getting rich, and this word was rich. Let me see how this Bill Winston real quick here.
Read Genesis chapter 24, verse 1, and then verse 35. Let's see how blessed Abraham was. Because if Abraham was this blessed, you are supposed to be this blessed. However, wait a minute. But it comes by faith. And faith comes by hearing, and hearing by. So if you've never been taught it, you never had faith for it, and even though the blessings are for you, you can forfeit those blessings and live your whole life without it because you've never known it. But
You never know it. And we talked about this before. The 3 F's: faith, fitness, and finances. If you're working on your faith, that means you're tapping into the dominion, you're tapping into the kingdom. The kingdom wants you to have abundant blessings, an overflow of blessings. You feel me? You're working on your finance, you're working on your fitness. That means you're working on your strength. That means you're getting your mindset stronger. So you're not just getting spiritually stronger, you're getting physically stronger as well. There's a shift. There's a shift. Something's moving. Something's moving. Something's moving. Something's shifting. Something's getting out the way. The dynamic is changing. The paradigm is different.
the last night you're going to go through what you've been going through.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Today's the last day. It's the last day.
Say, I receive that in the name of Jesus.
And we will end with that, guys. Receiveth what I'm telling you guys. Like I said, I know we get wild on here. I know we talk about different subjects, but it is about getting 1% better. If you don't believe in Christ, that's all right. My page is not for you. Man, we're going to get up out of here, man. Happy Sunday reflection, man. Focus on your purpose. Focus on your grind. Comment, like, subscribe, and be the blessing this week. To my haters, you know what to do. Type below. We're getting up out of here, boys. Whoa! Be the blessing. Peace!